Marvin, part of his job, his responsibilities, every morning he'll look for interesting sound bites. It could be a play-by-play call. It could be an answer from a coach or a manager or a player. And so Marvin played this on Monday, and to our surprise, Fritzy had a problem with Dave Sims' call. Dave is the Yankee broadcaster, and Vlad Guerrero just hit a grand slam. Blue Jays scored 10 and 13 runs in the first two games. So this is the call, and then we'll bring in Dave Sims. So go ahead, Marv.
Guerrero at the dish at a 2-1 count. He's looking on load right here. 2-1. Pitch. He did. Deep drive, left field, grand slam.
So Dave Sims, kind enough to join us, the Yankees radio play-by-play voice on WFAN. Dave, I don't know if you heard about this big controversy, social media circles, but you've been a broadcaster a long, long time, and Fritzy had a problem. Fritzy, would you explain? First of all, great to see you, Dave, but under these circumstances.
Good to see you too, Dan.
Yeah. Fritzy, would you like to tell Dave that the problem you had with his call?
I will preface by saying that I have to preface.
No, we're not prefacing.
There's no prefacing.
No,
that is stop.
No,
I know Dan a long time, and we worked together in the early '90s. And I will say, when I heard that at the moment, it made me think: how does a broadcaster that's doing a local team's game, how do you juggle a good play, especially in the playoffs?
What are you doing? You soft. This is embarrassing.
What do you want me to say?
Tell him. Todd, tell him what you said.
I was disappointed because it sounded like, I didn't. How do you juggle the, you don't want to be a homer, and obviously it's against the Yankees, but it's a big home run. Should you show a little more, I don't know if enthusiasm is probably not the exact word, but that's a big play in a playoff game. It happens to be against your team that you're calling games for. So how do you capture that? Or how important?
Okay,
I have to finish my sentence.
Stop. You've had an opportunity.
I didn't finish my thought.
Your word
You're not
salad
letting me finish my thought.
No, I'm not.
You're editing me.
You had a chance. Okay, Dave, here was the thing. You had the call. Fritzy thought you should have been more enthusiastic because even though it was the Blue Jays, it was a grand slam in the postseason. And he was surprised that you weren't enthusiastic. Dave?
Hey, man, we're down 5-0. We got our clocks tuned the day before. It had gone into page 2 in game 2 here right at that moment, down 5-0. And Vladdy's been hot as a pistol. And I could see it coming. I've been around baseball long enough, played it long enough, like Dan, like you did, certainly not at the highest level, but I know my baseball. You could feel that coming. And I'm not going to sit here as the Yankee announcer and go, hey, wow, Vladdy hit a home run grand slam, and we're down 9-0. I mean, come on. I'm capturing the mood of Yankee fans. Yeah, I'll let a homer if you want, but I'm bringing the same emotion that those folks are having at home. And I also, in the immortal words of, Ray Scott, who's one of the great minimalists in our business doing play-by-play, star dollar touchdown. That was my baseball version of it.
Yeah, I understood it, that you and Susan Waldman are sort of prefacing that something bad could happen because Vlad is, he's locked in. So you kind of led us up to the moment, and it was basically calling a shot going, yeah, gone. And that was the mood there. But
yes.
Do you ever fight the urge of what, in fairness to what Fritzy was saying, the enthusiasm, it is a playoff, but you are calling for the Yankees, the home team. And if I'm tuning in, the last thing I want to hear is, damn, Dave sounded really excited that Vlad hit a grand slam in the postseason.
Well, to that point, Dan, it's interesting. I love baseball. We all love it. We love it for the excitement, the juice that you get in a baseball game, particularly at this time of year, but anytime during the regular season. I appreciate great plays. Now, if a guy makes a heck of a play defensively or makes a great catch in the outfield, or he hits a bad pitch and he hits it out a la Vlad Sr., I'm going to exclaim, but I'm pulling for the Yankees. And now, granted, I'm not doing a national broadcast where I got to try to stay down the middle. I have no problem going, hey, man, I got NY in my heart. I had Seattle in my heart. I got NY in my heart now. I'm rooting for these guys to pull through with the victory. I have ginormous respect, for the game, and I don't think I did anything that was, out of the ordinary by any stretch. Matter of fact, most of family and friends and whatnot, people I've heard from said, you sort of captured the moment. That's how we felt.